The Clippers have played 8 games already, but Kawhi has not played in 2 of them already. And those 2 games were against the Utah Jazz and the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, for the Utah Jazz game, people didn't freak out about that. But the real big news, the big headline came when he did not play against the Milwaukee Bucks, because everyone wanted to see the Claw versus the Greek Freak. It was going to be this big matchup, Giannis against Kawhi, rematch of, I believe, the conference finals with the Raptors against the Bucks. It's supposed to be this huge clash, stuff like that. But then Kawhi didn't play. He sat out. And people started freaking out. They started saying, why isn't he playing? I paid my well-earned money to see him. He isn't a competitor. That Kawhi. But my response to that is, did you not expect this to happen? He sat out in San Antonio with the Spurs. And he sat out last year with the Raptors. Did you not see this coming? The trend continues. San Antonio, he rested. He sat out. Because that was part of the Greg Popovich idea. He sat out under Nick Nurse with the Raptors. And you had to know going into the season that he was going to sit out with Doc Rivers. So I have no problem with what he's doing. Not only for that reason, because I expected it to happen, but also for 4 other reasons. The first reason, the regular season to the Clippers does not matter. They're going to make the playoffs. They can sleepwalk into the playoffs at this point. They are a good, talented team, and they have Paul George coming back, so that'll give Kawhi Leonard a lot of burden lifted off of his shoulders, and you can probably expect a lot more games where Kawhi Leonard does not play. The second reason is that Kawhi's legacy is now made in the postseason. Yes, he can win MVP or another Defensive Player of the Year or some other big award, but that's the regular season, and that will only enhance his legacy by a bit. We look at James Harden. He has a pretty solid legacy. MVP, scoring title, etc., etc., 6th man of the year. But we don't look at him the same way as Kawhi Leonard, even though Kawhi does not have any MVPs, although he does have some Defensive Player of the Year awards. But he has Finals MVP. 2 of them, I believe. Yeah, 2. And so we look at him as having a greater legacy than James Harden. The third reason why is that the Clippers found a loophole in the rule of resting. And they went about it by saying that Kawhi's not healthy, he's heading to a knee injury, etc., etc. And I don't fault the Clippers for that. They're within the rules. And Kawhi is also within the rules here. This is not the Clippers' problem. This is not Kawhi's problem. This is the NBA's job to fix the rules, to close the loopholes, so that you don't have this. The Clippers are doing exactly what they should be doing. And the fourth reason, and ultimately the biggest one, is that Kawhi Leonard does not owe anyone anything. He does not owe it to the fans to go out there and play for your entertainment. I know people say, oh, you owe it to the fans, you owe it to the sport. You're robbing us of what we paid for, of what we want to see, of our entertainment, of the big clash. You're not a competitor, yada, yada, yada. He doesn't owe anyone anything. He does not owe you anything. So I have no problem with what Kawhi is doing and the Clippers are doing. They're both doing what's best for them as a player and an organization. And for the Clippers, they're also not showing their full hand. They're not showing themselves at full strength. And it does a good job, and it will do a good job of keeping teams on edge, of teams not having a good or full, I think that's a better word, full game plan against the Clippers when it comes to the playoffs. And also they're keeping Kawhi healthy and happy. So the Clippers are doing their job. Kawhi is preparing himself for the playoffs when it really matters and when his legacy can be truly enhanced further. And in the end, if you have an issue with what Kawhi is doing or what the Clippers are doing, what both of them are doing, take it up to the NBA, not the Clippers and Kawhi. Because the Clippers and Kawhi are fully within the rules right here and doing what it takes to win. If you have a problem with it, take it up with the NBA for not closing the loopholes or not having a stricter rule on it. Not the Clippers and Kawhi. because they're doing exactly what it takes to win, and they're doing it within the rules.